Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, April 1st. I'm Pastor Roddy Chesser with Open Door Family Fellowship in San Angelo, Texas, and we're doing some pandemic preaching this morning. According to my calendar, they say it's April Fool's Day. Well, I want to read you a story out of the book of Luke this morning in which Jesus points out what a fool truly is. Luke chapter 12, starting in verse 13, it says, "And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me." You've never seen a couple of kids or a family fuss and fight after their daddy passes away over the inheritance, have you? I mean, it's almost unthinkable, but Jesus tells us a story about this. Verse 14, he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God. I want to ask you this morning, are you rich toward God? Do you have a relationship with Jesus Christ? Or does your life simply consist of the abundance of your possessions? You know, the Bible tells us that riches can sprout wings like an eagle and they can fly away. If you put your faith and your trust in things, those things will fail you. Jesus said, Thieves break in and steal wealth, and moth and rust can destroy it. Instead, we are instructed by Jesus to store up treasure in heaven. And this man, this rich man, there's nothing wrong with having an abundance of a harvest. What was wrong was that, first of all, his little conference took place within himself. He wasn't consulting God, and he wasn't looking to do anything with that wealth except make sure that his future was secure. He was going to sit back on his riches, and he was going to just rest on that. And his faith was in the fact that he had made this money and he was going to be okay because of that. But you know what, folks? In recent days, we've been reminded that wealth can literally disappear. The fool is the person who is not rich toward God. The fool is the person who has not thought about their soul and the eternity, where their soul is going to spend eternity. You know, you may have enough toilet paper stored up for many years to come in these days. But what about what happens when your soul is required of you? The Bible tells us in Psalm 53 and verse 1, The fool hath said in his heart, There is no God. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. You know, folks, the Bible is pretty clear. The wise man hears the sayings of Jesus. The fool doesn't believe in God. The fool doesn't think about eternity. The fool is focusing on the material existence, the here and the now. Don't be a fool. Think about eternity. Think about what God has done for you. Think about the cross. The God who created this world loves you so much that he gave his only begotten son to come to be born a baby, to grow into a man, to live the perfect life that you and I can't live, and then to give his life a ransom for me and for you because we've sinned. Because our sins separate us from God, and because apart from Christ, there is no salvation. I pray you won't be a fool today. I pray that you'll realize that you need Jesus. And if you know Jesus, I pray that you'll share this with somebody who needs to know him. God bless you. Hang in there.